Excuse me, is this episode 4 of Heavenly Album Covers special humongous jumbo mini disc extravaganza episode? Excuse me, is this Heavenly Album Covers? Yes, it is. This is Heavenly Album Covers. That's all I wanted to know. Thanks. And here we are at the mini disc special episode number 4 of our mini disc overview of all the mini disc portables that exist at Heavenly Album Covers. There are actually a few more that exist in other boxes and shoe boxes. There are, I think, a couple of bigger portables. I think we've got the first mini disc Sony, the MZ1 and the MZ2 and the MZ3. They're all pretty heavy machines. They all work too, but we were too lazy to hunt them down and look in the shoe boxes that are many. We have many shoe boxes. And let's continue on with these remaining mini disc portables. By the way, do not ever just haphazardly put mini disc accessories into a big metal box like this. They're bound to get tangled up and broken. And so mini disc portables are great because you can just put them anywhere, like in this eyeglass case with a Union Jack on it. So we don't even know which mini disc is in here. Probably a high MD mini disc. This is the famous MZ M10. This is a really reliable little recording device and real handsome. Sony was really good at color coding and color matching and doing compositional designs on their mini disc machines. They have that Sony Walkman logo is pretty neat. This was actually part of the mini disc series were actually part of the Walkman group, like the compact disc Walkman and the radio Walkman. Eventually, mini discs kind of evolved into these things. I think they were called network. I don't know what they were called, but they were an advancement on these, and they were more like a streaming device or something. I don't even think they used discs or anything. They were just like little units. And the mini disc kind of gave birth to a whole multiple series of odd music players. And let's move on from that philosophical point. And let's see what's in the magic mystery box here. Here's another one of my wife's abandoned makeup bags, which work great. And here we have another high mini disc recorder and player. This is the RH910. I've used this more than any other recording device, maybe in the world, and it really shows. I think the last time I used it, I had the battery pack on here, and something happened, and the whole battery pack just kind of melted. So I ripped the battery pack off and saved the machine before it caught on fire. This has like a little toggle wheel, little tiny fiddly buttons. In order to record, you had to press this little tiny red button. Everything's just miniaturized. There's your battery slot and your inputs. This is where you put your remote. Most likely you could use this Elk 40, and I think you just plug it in like that. Somehow someone in the world could plug it in, but not me. And you could use this, I believe, with this, because a lot of these high MD players, the screens would screw up and fade away into the darkness. And so that's a really good machine. The 910, reliable, really good, really fun. It's got white around the edges, really nice looking. Mini disc portables are really nice looking. We already looked at that. And what else is in here? Here's some sort of pouch. I don't know what it is. It's like a blanket. And inside we have I believe a broken model R50. I think I was at an uncle's house and I dropped this around the barbecue and it broke. Something came out haywire in it. And that's one of the major problems with mini-disc portables, is that everything is so miniaturized that your average Sunday afternoon audio guy, the guy that just can take apart a turntable, that person can't really just go in here and fix things. You can fix some of the cosmetic things, and the hatches are pretty easy to fix if they snap off, or it's like a double hatch in here that clips on and comes apart, and these can break, buttons can break, but they're overall mini-disc portables are pretty sturdy as I hit the camera. And there's another remote. Let me put it in the big twisted pile of fun of remotes. And actually we have I was talking about this earlier, I think this is a MZR2. Really nice. It's shiny. It's really shiny. It's like it has a plastic coating, a clear laminated coating on it. This works. I don't remember ever using this much. It's got your standard remote area here. This was a very early model. I will say 1994, 1995. I don't know. I'm not even sure when the first commercial mini disc machines came out. Here's your opening area. It's got the little collapsible metal sheets in there that secure the mini disc inside. There's lasers and things and little men. There's tiny little men inside these that they change the track numbers and things. And that's a R2, which came after the R1. The R1 was the MZ1 was the first Sony portable. And we've looked at those. This is a nice one. This reminds me of the beach. You would take this to the beach and play beach music on it. It's a really nice color. It's like a fluorescent light green, pretty standard. This looks like I think the G75 that we looked at with the remote. And it's got kind of it kind of curves in a little bit on the top. It's beautiful. Got the Walkman logo. These are for, when I see this, I think of kids, teenagers using these and popping batteries in there or hiding jelly beans in there. And really nice. It's in good shape considering I've used this a lot too. Really nice, really reliable. And you can, this thing that says MDLP, I think that means long play. You could switch these to a long play or record mode, and they would either double or they would help save audio like 0.25% more, exceeding the speed limit. And we're getting into the hinterland of mini disc portables. This is a beautiful little item, beautiful number, and this is a R91. I've used this a lot too. I've used these, in retrospect, I've used these quite a bit to record things, and nobody knows what they are, so you can just hold this with a mic, a little microphone, and people don't even know what you're doing, that you're recording them illegally. And there's a nice TDK mini disc, and somebody designed this, or a group of people designed this, and it's a beautiful thing. The nice oval design around the display. It's getting a little bit yellowy, but really nice. I've heard that Japan is still undergoing a mini disc craze, a mini-disc surge, and that the Japanese still manufacture mini-disc machines, but I'm too lazy to find out if that's true. And so we're coming down to the last row of mini-disc stuff. Let's see what we have. Oh, we found it. So this is also another little mini-disc portable that I've used a lot. Let me get a sip of coffee. I'm running out. And this is the MZN10, and it goes with this little charging module that we've been waiting to pair up with its brother, its mother. Actually, this would be the mother and this would be the sister, and it snaps. It's got little matching holes here, kind of snaps in and locks. It's won't fall out. You put your AC plug in there. It came with a like an L-shaped AC plug, and this thing stays charged for a while. I believe it also has it comes with a battery pack area too, so you can charge it somehow. I haven't done it in a while, but it has a little toggle switch here, a little rotating switch that lets you choose different preferences, recording switch, teeny tiny pause button, and it's just beautiful. It kind of it's kind of squarish at the bottom, then it kind of bulges out here. This part looks like a actual remote, and I'm sure this had a remote that kind of looked like that, possibly. So we'll mate this with the charger again. Sony was really working with these little charging units. It kind of started with this and then moved into here. It was really the only way they could kind of move with the times and keep their little portables charged, is to have these little anchors, these little charging stations. And next is, this might be the third Sony mini disc portable, the MZR3. That goes along with this is the R2, the R3, and I'll put a picture of the MZ1 over here somewhere. And so the MZR3, pretty basic. It's very studious, very official looking. Not as interesting looking as something like this. This is serious. This is, let's go to the beach. And it's got a toggle wheel that does something. I think you can input text. Some of these portables, you could plug them into your computer and you could have software, unreliable software, that would let you keep playlists and song titles and things. I've never been involved in that advanced part of things with mini disc. There's the open button with all the fiddly little metal sheets, and there's the laser. We can see the laser kind of in there. Don't want to stick your finger in there like that. It might mess up the laser. And teeny tiny buttons. You can enter titles, I think, with this. I think I already said that. And the backs of mini disc portables are usually like this. Some warning signs, technological details. This has this takes two, is that AA batteries? So this is good to go. Put your batteries in, put your powered plug in here of your microphone, put your remote on here, and you're good to go. Real serious. Not like this portable, which is for taking to the beach. And I think that might be it. I guess we can see what's in this last section. And I don't, oh, there is one more here. Well, that's a JVC remote, which might be in here. And I think this is the JVC battery pack, which I believe takes 3 batteries. Yeah, it definitely takes 3 batteries. I think this is the JVC, which is a weird design. Everything's kind of shoved down to the bottom, so it's like a computer terminal or something. And you've got your fancy rotating knob here to change titles or something. You could open it. These mini disc slots for the discs only come out to that distance. I don't think they wanted you to drop walnuts or screwdrivers in there. And here's a blue mini disc. It says mixed. I think this came with a player that I bought, and that's JVC. And you would all these match here. You clip that on. This has, I wish I could open that. I will. I can't. And you plug this somewhere here. Oh, over here, I believe. So you have this massive, it's almost a huge, massive amount of stuff that you've got to put in your pocket and take to work or take to school. But it is a portable way of recording and listening to music, and these mini discs are very attractive overall. None of them are ugly. They're all very attractive. This one's a little bit weird, and I'm not sure if I've ever used this that much, but it's got a little series of buttons here. The play and pause is stuffed right here in here, so I'm not sure how they expected people to use that. I still want to open this. Oh, there we go. Nope. I don't know. On that note, oh, there we go. So three AA batteries for this JVC mini disc player. And with that, we're going to go to the beach. I'm going to fire this baby up and put a battery in there, a AA battery in there, and we're going to the beach. And so that's our mini disc fun-filled extravaganza party that we had here.